As far as the FSL reports are concerned, you see that it has got relevance with two sections. Since only biological examination or serological examination is what is involved in this particular case, the two relevant sections to which the exhibits are referred to are the biology section or the serology section and the DNA section. Now, the report precisely will be as follows. It will be addressed to the forwarding authority, namely in this case the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Cyberabad, and the subject says that it is a report which is pertaining to a particular case property with FIR details of the relevant police station, and forwarding note also the date is mentioned with crime details and the date on which this forwarding note is sent to them. Now, with reference to this forwarding note, in this particular crime, how many exhibits are received and what is the label of these exhibits and how many control samples accompanied these exhibits, and the seal of the police station is also received, which is received is relevant here. Now, the biology section gives a comparative analysis of all the exhibits, the type of tests that have been sent, and it is paramount that the seals that are present on the packets have to be in exact compliance with the sample seal that is been furnished in the forwarding note. Now, the description of the samples will be given where the exhibit number is given as it is written as S1 to SC, S6C, and the sample description is also side by given. This type of examinations, not in details, a very brief description of the examination conducted will be given. Now, it says that blood and blood stains exhibits labeled as S1, S2, S3, S5 and S6 are subjected to biochemical examinations for the identification of blood, and all the specimens which were proved positive for the presence of blood will be further processed for determination of origin of species by a particular method, and the blood grouping also subsequently will be done for those which prove positive for these tests. Results of the examination: reddish brown stains found on exhibits labeled as S1, S2, S3, S5 and S6 were found to be positive for the presence of blood, and once they prove positive for the blood, the second step would be to know the origin, that means the animal origin or human origin, and similarly such type of examination is being conducted, and they were found to be positive for that, and blood stains found on S1, S2, S3, S5, S6, the group is also determined and it happens to be B group in this particular instance, B positive more precisely. Exhibits labeled as S16, S1C and S6C, as the letter C denotes that they are controls, and of course they should give a negative for blood. Exhibits labeled as S1, S2, S3, S5 and S6, since they are all positive, need to be further processed and they need to be further forwarded to DNA profiling, which will be done in a DNA section, and the report for the same will be attached, and it bears the signature of the Assistant Director concerned. Now, these exhibits, once which are proved positive for blood origin and blood group, will be referred to with all relevant data, including the details of forwarding note, will be given to DNA, and similar goes the DNA report also, where there will be a description of the sample that is been sent for analysis, and the FSL number also will be unique. Whenever the case is referred to FSL, they furnish or give a very unique number which is alphanumerical. The FSL will indicate that the case has been registered under Forensic Science Laboratory. The other number which follows will indicate the seriatim in which it appeared in the lab, and it indicates the year, current year, and serology will indicate that that is the section to which these are referred, and more precisely DNA indicates these exhibits after proving positive that they are blood and blood group is established will be referred to DNA section, and examination conducted will include that they were processed for DNA isolation, as per the standard protocol, which will be defined by the DFS manual. A nodal agent sitting in Delhi, Directorate of Forensic Sciences. DNA obtained from the exhibits were analyzed using a specific protocol called AMP STR and identifier kit for PCR amplification, polymerase chain reaction amplification. In the process, DNA were amplified at 15 human specific STR loci. The names of the loci are also very technical and they are given. Along with the amylogenin marker, this is a marker which will specify the sex determination. And DNA profiles are generated and they are being analyzed by using a technical instrument called Gene Mapper. Which includes a software along with it. The DNA profiles from the reference samples labeled as S1, labeled as S6, S12, S13 were also generated as mentioned above and compared with the DNA profiles generated from the seized exhibits to establish the individual identity. Now, if you see the result of examination, it precisely says that the DNA isolated from the exhibits that were mentioned in the description were of amplifiable quantity. This is very relevant. Unless until they fall within the ambit of amplifiable quantity, they can be further processed. If they are below that quantity, they will not be further processed. And in this case, they were amplifiable, and that is the quantity is given as 20 nanograms per microliter. DNA profiling were successfully generated from these, and then they were compared with the reference DNA profile of the victim, that is the blood sample of the victim collected during the postmortem. DNA isolated from exhibits here, the S1, S2, S3, S5 and S6 were found to be of female, that is XX, and showed 100% similarity at all 15 loci with the DNA profile generated from the reference sample of the victim, that is the blood, which is labeled as S4. Now, the conclusion that can be drawn out of the examination will be the source of DNA isolated from exhibit S1, S2, S3, S5 and S6 is the same and is of the victim in this case. That is, it is completely matching with the profile of DNA generated from the victim's blood, namely the S4. And it is customary to indicate in the note that is given below that the exhibits are consumed, namely the exhibits are in the form of gauze cloth and with controls and with the stained portions, they will be spent during the examination. Hence, it will be written as a note that they are used up in the process of examination. And of course, at the end it should bear the signature of the concerned assistant director, which will give authenticity to the document. And annexure will give in detail the profiling as we have discussed. It depicts the exhibit number with the unique ID and amylogenin as we have discussed, which will indicate the sex of the stain, and the different loci, which are 15 in number, are also depicted, and this will precisely give how exactly the exhibits are matching with one another, namely the S1 to S6 are matching with the S4, that is the specimen blood of the victim collected during the postmortem.